Imagine leading one of the greatest revolutions in history, only to spend your final days alone, far from your homeland, locked away in a freezing prison cell. Yet, while the world seemed ready to forget him, one poet refused. This is the story of Toussaint Louverture and the poem that immortalized his name. Who was Toussaint? Born into slavery in Saint-Domingue, today known as Haiti, Toussaint Louverture rose from bondage to become the leader of one of history's most extraordinary revolutions. He fought against oppression and against colonial domination for freedom, liberty, and sovereignty. His struggle would eventually help create the first independent Black republic in the modern world. But victory would come at a terrible price. In 1802, Napoleon Bonaparte sent forces to reassert French control. What followed was not an honorable victory, but a carefully planned betrayal. Under the promise of negotiations, Toussaint Louverture was arrested and taken to France. There, in the cold mountain fortress of Fort de Joux, the revolutionary leader was imprisoned, alone, far from home. William Wordsworth begins his poem with unforgettable words. Toussaint, the most unhappy of men. Wordsworth imagines the imprisoned revolutionary, separated from the world, surrounded by silence and burdened by suffering. He asks a profound question. Where and when can a man find patience when everything has been taken from him? Then, something unexpected happens. The tone of the poem changes. Wordsworth writes, "Yet die not. Do not surrender. Do not despair. Do not lose heart. Even in chains." He urges Toussaint to live with courage, because defeat is not always the end. Sometimes, the body may be imprisoned, but ideas cannot. Wordsworth believes that Toussaint's legacy has already become larger than the man himself. He writes, "There is not a breathing of the common wind that will forget thee. The air, the earth, the skies, nature itself seems to stand beside him. Not because of military power, not because of wealth, but because of the ideals he fought for. Freedom, justice, human dignity. These things cannot easily be destroyed." Wordsworth ends with some of the most beautiful lines in the poem. "Thy friends are exaltations, agonies, and love, and man's unconquerable mind." Human beings suffer, they struggle, they hope, and they endure, because there is something within us that refuses to surrender. What Wordsworth calls man's unconquerable mind. Toussaint Louverture died in a prison cell, but his dream survived. More than 2 centuries later, his voice, and the voice of the poet who honored him, still speak across time. And perhaps no words capture that truth better than those attributed to Toussaint himself. "In overthrowing me, you have only cut down the trunk of the tree of liberty. It will spring up again from the roots, for they are numerous and deep." And history would prove him right, because some voices never disappear. Thank you for traveling with us through history. If you enjoyed this exploration, please like, subscribe, and share. And feel free to leave your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. We'd be honored to hear your voice. Until next time, may we continue to discover the stories that connect us across time. The stories behind history. Poetry, songs, philosophy, spirituality, the ideas and wisdom that continue to shape humanity. This is Globo Creation, voices across time.